this is big, you know. When the Cowboys and Eagles get together, I know, you know, their record, our record, and all this stuff in the past, they were in the Super Bowl. We don't care about that. Throw all that stuff out the window. This is Cowboys and Eagles. If we hadn't won any games and they hadn't won any games so far this year, this would be a big game, okay?
Yep.
Because it's the Cowboys and Eagles, and we want to beat them, and they want to beat us as bad as we want to beat them. So what that makes, it makes for a great game. It makes for a great game coming up this Sunday night.
So talk to me about the matchup. You've got you know, your Cowboys 9-3. You've got the Eagles 10-2. They're coming off of a loss. Obviously had won a bunch of close games, and then finally the 49ers sort of put it on them on Sunday. Who is the advantage here, Drew? It seems the Cowboys come in playing better. Who has the advantage, and how do you see the game going Sunday night?
Well, if there was an advantage, I think the Cowboys would have it simply because it's playing at home. You know, we're undefeated at home so far this season. We have, and this is the month of December, we've had pretty much success against the Eagles, or Mike McCarthy has much success against the Eagles in the month of December. We beat them twice last year in the month of December. So, you know, this game is going to come down to quarterback play. Who is the better quarterback in this game? You're talking about two quarterbacks that are being mentioned for most valuable players in the league, Dak Prescott and Jalen Hurts. So who's going to have the better game in this game? Because defenses are going to dominate. Defenses are going to make plays. Defenses are going to get stops. And who's going to be able to make plays beyond that to move the football, to get that football in the end zone or at least field goal range? So that's what it's going to come down to. And then you look at the quarterbacks and then you say, well, Dak Prescott's playing pretty well. He's pretty hot right now.
What would you want now, Drew?
You know, Hurts is a little hurt, you know,
right.
He's a little banged up. You know, we started that banging him up when we played them up there in Philly. They had the bye week and he recovered, and then they got annihilated by San Francisco.
Yep.
But he's a little banged up, but we'll see. I think it'll come down to quarterback play.
Who would you want, Drew, if you could pick, given the way both guys are playing right now? Is Dak the better quarterback going into this game?
Yeah, you know, you're talking to a receiver, okay? I want the guy that's throwing it right here, putting it right here. And Dak has been accurate. He's been on. He's prospered in this Mike McCarthy offense, doing things a little different. Mike McCarthy in the month of December with the Dallas Cowboys is 11-2. Okay, this is the stretch drive. You know, I think in his career he's 42 and 46-19 in the month of December. So he knows how to coach it up in December and come up with different plays that no one has seen so far. So that's what I'm looking for, what they're going to come up with against the Eagles and their defense, especially the Eagles' pass rush and that defensive line.
You know, Drew, I remember in the offseason reading stories, is this Dak's last go-around with the Cowboys? Now, like you said, he's in the MVP conversation. He's playing at an incredibly high level. And now I'm hearing people talking about, hey, you know, we've got to restructure Dak's contract, and we've got to give this guy an extension, and a big extension at that. What do you make of you know, sort of where Dak started the season and now where he is, and what do you think they should do as far as his future in Dallas?
First of all, Mike, Dak ain't going anywhere, okay? Jerry Jones is not going to let Dak Prescott go away. He's everything we want in a Dallas Cowboy quarterback. He's a Roger Staubach and Troy Aikman and even a Tony Romo all mixed together. He's that guy. So they're going to work something out with Dak. I think his hit anyway this year is about $49 million. So where do you go from there?
Right.
You know?
It's bigger next year even, but yeah, I get the point. I get the point.
So, you know, he's going to end up being the highest paid player probably in NFL history because Jerry Jones is not going to let Dak Prescott go. We are going to sign Dak Prescott, and he'll be a Cowboy for life. You heard it first right here on TMZ.
There it is. I got two quick ones for you, Drew. You look at the NFC, not just the NFC East, you look at the NFC. You got the 49ers, you got the Eagles, you got the Cowboys. Who is the top team right now? I think you hear most people say it's the 49ers. Do you agree with that, or do you think that the Cowboys actually have a claim to being the best team in the NFC right now?
The Cowboys are in the mix, in the conversation. There's no question about that. The Eagles are in the conversation. But you got to take your hat off to the San Francisco 49ers. Those guys are balling, man. And they went into Philly. That travel from the West Coast to the East Coast didn't even affect them. The time zones and all that, they came out ready to play. And the Eagles weren't ready to meet the intensity level that the 49ers were bringing. And we didn't meet that intensity level that the 49ers brought when we played them. So we got to, both teams, if they want to beat the 49ers and win the NFC conference, they got to match what they're bringing. And that's more intensity. They execute and run plays. They got great personnel and all that. But also they play the game like it's supposed to be played, with excitement, with intensity, with that enthusiasm. So both teams, if they're going to beat San Francisco, have to meet that. And I think Dallas can do that.